video this week. If you have not, okay, I want to go to some really incredible video this week. If you have not, and the only way you could not know this is if you just have been like somewhere in Antarctica and had no internet, TV, radio, anything. But Budweiser, advertising their Bud Light brand, their light beer, decided to hire this pretend woman. This person is a biological male. He pretends to be a woman, actually pretends to be kind of a ditzy teeny bopper. His name is Dylan Mulvaney. Mm-hmm. He actually got invited to go visit Joe Biden at the White House. Heck, I hadn't been invited to go see Joe Biden. Not that I care. But he's become this TikTok internet star. So Budweiser hires him because they want to show that they're inclusive and that they're very diverse. And the marketing person, we'll get to that in a moment, but here's what created a firestorm for Anheuser-Busch.
Hi, impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it.
She celebrated her 365th day of womanhood. No, she didn't. She's not a woman. She is a man. And you look at that and you're thinking,
Yeah, what a mess, though. The beginning of a big mess.
Mess, indeed. Anyway, so this ad goes out. Well, since then, the boycott of Budweiser has resulted in about a $7 billion as with a B, market valuation loss. And it has had serious repercussions from all kinds of people. And I think one of the things you'll find it funny is that there are a lot of reactions, one of which is these guys from Oklahoma that took a steamroller to like a warehouse full of Budweiser. Watch this. You can see them just running over case after case after case of Budweiser. Now, this did not affect me at all for the simple reason. I know a lot of our viewers will find this hard to believe. I've never tasted beer, never tasted it. Why? Because I smelled it when I was a teenager. Somebody tried to offer me some. Here, try this. And I smelled it. I said, oh my gosh, it smells awful. It smells like something that's gone bad. And my friend said, you have to develop a taste for it. I'm a very logical person. That didn't make any sense to me. Why would I ingest something that was as repulsive just to smell it? Why would I take that into my mouth? He said, yeah, but if you keep doing it, you'll get used to it and you'll develop a taste. I said, that makes no sense at all. Why don't I just wait for something that I already have a taste for? Wave a bucket of the Colonel's chicken under my nose. That I can relate to. The beer, no thanks. And I never touched a drop of it. That is the truth. So it wasn't a big moral reason or something like that. I just decided, no thanks.
Well, looks like there's less that have a taste for it now for Bud Light, too.
I was going to say, somebody had a meme. It was beautiful. It said that Budweiser did more for...
Oh, in 2 days than in 88 years for us, for alcohol.
AA.
Or
yeah.
AA, for AA, yeah. Did in 88 years.
Got more people to stop drinking in 2 days than AA did in 88 years.
Yeah, I saw
wow,
that too.
that was brutal. The sad part is some people are innocently hurt by this. This delivery guy is a good example.
Sole product of the company I work for is Anheuser-Busch products. So with all this canceling going on, I've never seen such little sales in this past few days on these products.
So, this is a guy just out making a living.
Right.
And it's hurting his ability to put food on his table. The one other one I want to show the vice president for marketing at Bud Light, and this is the person. Her name is Alyssa Heiner Scheid, I guess it's the way you pronounce it. And if you listen to her, you'll get an idea of how somebody up the ladder in Budweiser must be stroking out that they ever let this person make such a decision. Let's watch.
What does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men. Mm-hmm. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work. And we had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of fratty, kind of out of touch humor. And it was really important that we had another approach.
You were brilliant with that, Alyssa. Great job. You took Bud Light from the top of the heap of all brands, and you brought it where we can't even see it. It's down so far under the pile. But the arrogance of her saying, yeah, the brand, it was like fratty and bad jokes. And I'm thinking, you know, there are a lot of people in America who kind of like that world, and you just insulted the very people who used your product. So now what have you done? You lost them. You lost them all. Great work. This week, the executives at Anheuser-Busch said they didn't know anything about this. This decision was made below them, and they were not aware that it was being done. Well, let me ask you this. If you really are running the company, is that person still employed by Budweiser? Because if so, then she's running the company. You aren't. And if you let somebody wreck your brand as big as she wrecked it, it's on you.
Purple Haze asking, if people are getting after people for stereotypes, why don't they after Dylan for doing that to women?
It's a great question, Purple Haze. I don't know. I mean, that's an appropriation of women. If I were to say something that sounded Spanish, I would be accused and vilified for appropriating a culture that isn't mine. Well, he's appropriating an entire gender that is not his. The double standard is just, it's stunning. Before we leave, I want to show one other quick video clip. This is disturbing. I hate to end on a kind of a tragic note, but I want you to watch some people go to Walmart and basically brazenly shoplift and just eat stuff out of the aisle. Watch this. Now, here they are. They're proud of it. They know they're on camera because they want to be on camera. That's the whole point. Chicago Walmarts completely shutting down. 4 different stores in the Chicago area, they're leaving. Whole Foods is pulling up stakes in, of all places, San Francisco. You'd think they'd love Whole Foods in San Francisco, but they're losing millions of dollars, people just robbing them blind. And these companies aren't in business to see if they can lose money and have people come in and make it unsafe. And the Whole Foods people said, it's no longer safe for our employees to work in our store. They're shutting it down. Wow. When you don't deal with crime in a responsible manner, everybody pays. It's just tragic.